Bam, classic material, taking it back. Man, this is my top 3 albums of all time, baby. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to this next joint, man. Curtis.
Yeah.
Why are you calling it Curtis?
Because the lyrics is before Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh, I see. Before, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. How's the rest of the crew, man?
I mean, everybody good, man. I just got off the phone with Tony. He's in Boston, actually.
Now, what's the situation with Tony? We have misinfo out of Flex's crew at Hot 97 giving us like reports on celebrity drama. It sounds like a messed up situation. Like if you didn't hear, Tony's Mars place got shot up. When was it? Just the other day?
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago, man. The place where his mother lives. His sister and the baby 2-year-old daughter was up in the house.
Yeah.
You know, they could have got killed with that, man. What's your take on this situation?
Well, I mean, people who shoot houses aren't a really big threat. Mm-hmm. People who shoot people are.
Right. Exactly.
So, I mean, Tony and them, ain't nothing to change. Everybody doing what they've been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when they talking about the houses his mom's living, is the same hood we grew up in. Mm. And the music is a direct reflection of the environment we come from, and that's where the aggressive content comes from. Mm. You know, so sometimes, you know, they'll be like, oh, hip-hop music this or hip-hop music that, but it's actually real, and it's always indications on some levels that it's actually going on out there. Like, you get it from the media, so you hear it, you know?
Yeah, man, because people are very quick to, like, you know, blame hip-hop. We had a hip-hop seminar here at the BBC, man. We had that on yesterday. It's like Radio 1 was up in there. A lot of people in the radio game were there. And, like, you know, they asked us some questions. I just want to run these past you. First up in the hip-hop seminar, one of the things we had to discuss, you know, why does hip-hop get the blame? What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, we're the stepchilds of entertainment. Music is, you know what I mean? And it's like, they don't go after Hollywood, and it's because of what they can do in 2 days in the box office.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The content that's in the film is even more aggressive. The images and sound are more influential than just sound. You know, but they'll escape that fact considering how much money is being made off of the actual films.
You see, over in this country at the moment, you know, there's real issues with the amount of gun violence and young people involved in knife and, you know, gun crime, and especially with the you know, people are starting to realize about the gangs. And, like, people are quick to blame hip-hop for causing this situation. But I think it's important to understand people ain't going to be listening to a 50 record and then go and, join a gang for that reason. They're going to join a gang for... They might be living in a neighborhood which is dangerous, and if they're not in a gang, they're going to be exposed themselves.
Right. Well, you know... They'll try to pick something small enough for them to attack it and then be effective. Like, they can actually, with the right groups coming together and protesting, they could probably stop a album. You know what I'm saying? They won't stop hip-hop as an art form because we protect it under the First Amendment.
Yeah.
You know, freedom of speech. So, I mean, like, the last time I've heard things like this, you know, you see they got an advisory sticker that allows you, that tells you that you need to be of age, adult, where you can actually comprehend and understand what you're listening to for entertainment purposes. You know, there's no governor on your cable television that allows those kids to see those images and hear those things without warning. You know?
So other things that we discussed was like, why does hip-hop hate women? What's your take on that?
Hip-hop loves women, man. I love women. You know, I mean, I think if you look at what they do, women are twice as much marketable than men.
Okay, true.
When you want to sell a magazine to a woman, you put a woman on the cover. When you want to sell a magazine to a man, you put a woman on the cover. I think we all love to see beautiful women, so when you put a beautiful woman in your music video, it becomes exciting to, these days and times, males and women. You know, like, so...
What was raised in that discussion was the use of the word bitch.
Well, I mean, hip-hop didn't make up the word bitch. That word was there long before it, with a definition that defines that defines what the actual word means. You know what I mean? And we'll utilize it because there are some women out there that have an attitude. Like, I feel countless amounts of time heard women call women bitches. You know?
Okay, I feel what you're saying, man. All right, the use of the N-word, that was discussed, man. What's your take on that?
Yeah, well, I think it's used in different ways. You feel what I'm saying? It's like the way hip hop, like bad meaning good, like that's bad. Like the way we use the slang to change the actual meaning of things. Like it's a difference between usage of a word and saying, yo, that's my nigga, and saying, look at this nigger. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's different. Considering who it comes from, it's easier to indicate whether it's being used as a racial slur or if it's just being used in context.
Okay. And one of the last groups we discussed, which, you know, I was really vocal about, was the responsibilities of the DJ.
Responsibility of the DJ?
Yeah, man. So,
you know what the DJ's true responsibility is? To play really entertaining music. You know what I mean? And to keep the party going.
Yeah.
That's the DJ's responsibility. When you say, well, I mean, at some points they do have a strong voice. So when they speak to people, they really influence you. They probably have more power than they actually know they have. You know, because they get used to being in that position and they're not as conscious of it all the time. Like all of this is kind of coming up after what's this guy named Imes? Imes in the States.
Right.
This guy got fired from CBS for calling some women in a college basketball team nappy-headed hoes. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, he'd been getting away with comments like that for a minute.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's not the statement nappy-headed hoes that got him fired. It was the advertisers pulling advertisement.
Yeah, that's what
they got him fired. You see what I'm saying? Like, they thought that wasn't okay. Yeah. Imes is his name. Actually, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, true indeed, man. And in that discussion about the responsibility of the DJs, a couple of things were raised. Some people were claiming, like, you know, we should be playing, like, positive, uplifting music. And the people were quoting artists like Mos Def and Talib Kweli that we, you know, our playlist should just be entirely uplifting and promoting.
Wow.
Not exactly. I mean.
So then the music would no longer be an art form.
Exactly.
It would no longer actually be a reflection of people's experiences. You know what I mean? So is that what we do with television also? Do we just show nice things?
And then there was also raised in that discussion that, you know.
First of all, Tim, we have to stop printing newspapers tomorrow. Let's not put the newspaper out tomorrow if we're going to do that. Because then we can't express the realities, the harsh realities at all. And that's what the newspaper is. It reports that totally.
And then the discussion moved on, like, certain street records shouldn't get played because of, like, their aggressive nature. And it transpired, you know, there was a lot of DJs in that room. And it transpired that, you know, records they would never play, I actually play quite a lot of.
They said that the records that they wouldn't play, you play a lot?
Yeah, exactly. That's what came out. Like, one record which was quoted was your joint Heat, 50 Cent Heat.
Oh.
I mean,
maybe it's because of sound effects on the record, because there's nothing there's in the content that's so aggressive that you can't play it. You know, so when they hear the shots go off in the content, they feel like that's a direct indication of weapons being used. But that's if a person uses a gun based on a song, hearing a song,
yo, man,
he was jacked up, like he was crazy. Like, don't escape the fact that we have absolutely crazy people that aren't even listening to hip hop music.
Exactly. Or criminals.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, man, you've got some hits out there, man.
Yeah, man. And I got some new ones into that.
Yeah, man.
Put next to that. But before we went, you know, we played the song, Tim, we was talking about hip hop. And I think people forget that, like when Columbine happened, you know, they blamed it on Marilyn Manson.
Right.
I think, you know, like Virginia Tech, the guy just walked into school and killed 30 people.
Yeah.
He's a big Led Zeppelin fan. You know what I'm saying? And you got Ozzy Osbourne and his followers at that point that is totally being overlooked. But rock sales are actually increasing at this point. So I guess they'd rather their kids paint their fingernails black and worship Satan.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's a given.
I guess that's what you like over listening to hip hop.
That's what we should be doing. Let's go.